folks, I'm Jessica and we're here today at Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. And today we're working with the Continental M8. It's one of our biggest machines. It's amazing. But really, we're not focusing on the machine itself. We're going to focus on some of the different feet that come with it. In particular, feet that you can use when doing quilting itself, not just piecing your top, but actually stitching your whole quilt together. So Peter, let's go in and play on some feet. All right, we are going to look at some feet that we can use with the sewing machine. This again is a Continental M8 and it's got the AcuFeed walking foot. So I've brought 3 different walking feet that we're going to show. Because I have the special HP foot, which is a really high precision foot and needle plate, I'm going to use this particular walking foot. It's the HP2. It's designed so that you've got feed dogs. That's what these little things are, feed dogs from the top, as well as the feed dogs that come from the bottom of your machine. So we'll put this in and it will help the fabric move from both the top and the bottom. And when you're working with a quilt sandwich, so here's my pink and purple with quilting batting in between, sometimes when you're stitching on a quilt sandwich, the top will shift and the bottom will shift differently. So what we're doing by putting feed dogs on the top and the bottom is we're shifting all those layers together instead of having them go cockeyed. So that's the goal, to put these feet on. So the HP2 is the one I'm going to put on today. We also have just the walking foot, the AcuFeed foot. Many of our machines come with this. The Skyline series have feet like this. They have a hook that's going to go on the shaft of the sewing machine, and they've got another hook that goes in the back. So I'll show you how to put those on. Some of our other machines, my favorite little machine is the 4120. Their walking foot is a little different. It's got, instead of the hook in the back, it has a bar that goes over a bar on the machine where you tighten your needle, and that's what makes the feed dogs go up and down. So you have to check what your machine needs so that you've got the right foot that you're putting on. Check your manual. I know they're not exciting to read, but they're really helpful. So I'll set those aside. To put the walking foot on, I had a screwdriver, there it is. I'll just take my screwdriver and there's a screw that holds my foot on. If you're using a foot with an ankle, I highly recommend keeping your foot attached to your ankle so you don't lose those flat ankles. They're really easy to hide. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this hook. It's going to go around the shaft where I just unscrewed that screw, and then this hook's going to go in the back. So here we go, back to here. I have to undo that a little bit. So this is the spot right here. I'm trying to get my hook around that. And there we go. So my hook's around the shaft. Let's see. Not sure you can see that. So I'll tighten the screw. Of course, you can't see that through my hand. And then I just went clunk, and I used my index finger to push that hook in the back, and that connects it. If you're using the HP2 foot like I am, I just give a quarter turn or so to tighten that screw down. Usually I finger tighten it first and then tighten it with a screwdriver. But I just push the back hook in with my finger, and now we should be ready to go. I have to wake my machine back up. With this machine, I do have to turn the feed dogs on. Many of the machines don't need you to do that. But here we go. I just hit start. It'll put my foot down, and off it stitches. This little motion back here, wiggle, 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 that's those feed dogs coming down to help make the layers go. And there's my stitching. And because it's moving both the fabric on the bottom and the fabric on the top, it moves nice and evenly and makes it really good for quilting. If you've got a table runner or a baby quilt that you just want to get put together, I'd put on a foot like this and stitch, and straight lines, wiggle lines, works really well with these feet. You can even use decorative stitches, but you can't use the HP version. You'd have to use the regular version, which is wider, so that you can do it. If you're interested in the HP foot, it's compatible with the new anniversary edition of the Skyline 7, the Skyline 9, and then the bigger machines like the Continental M8 and the 9480. So that's a few feet that you can use to actually do quilting with your sewing machine and the quilts that you put together. Lots of different options for you to try. Happy stitching!